After studying this module, you shall be able to know what is cybercrime, learn who are the cyber criminals, identify different types of cybercrime, evaluate different targets of cybercrime, analyze reason of cybercrime. Now, the introduction. Computer crimes involve huge numbers of young and highly intelligent criminals who cherish a challenge. The computer crimes are committed for financial profits, intellectual challenges, and power, revenge, and vandalism, war against state or nation, or for the fun of it. Their targets are usually corporate houses, banks, monetary institutes, industries, government departments, military and intelligence organizations, and academic institutions. Now, the cyber criminals and their target. Cyber or computer criminals. Every era has its bad guys. The Old West had bandits, train robbers, and horse thieves. Pirates and privateers were widespread in the days of sail. The digital era has its own cast of evil characters, and while they may not have the pirate swaggers or train robber dash, they certainly do possess a challenge to people who will like to keep the cyber world a safe place for entertainment, information, and business. So, who are this era's most notorious hombers? Here are our wanted list. Malware authors. Malware is short for malicious software, is any software used to disrupt PC process, gather delicate information or gain entry to private computer systems. It can look in the form of executable code, scripts, active content, and other software. Malware is a common term used to denote to a diversity of kind of hostile or intrusive software. The term barware also used sometimes for both malware and involuntary harmful software. Malware includes computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spyware, adware, scareware, and other malicious programs. As of 2011, the most active malware threats were worms or Trojans rather than viruses. In law, malware is occasionally called as a computer containment. Malware authors are those people who inscribe and spread virus, worms, Trojan horses, and other bits of digital nasties. They force individuals and businesses to devote large amount of money or anti-malware technologies that steal systems of their power and performance. Malware authors are the most silent criminals who spread their traps among common people and cause serious problems. Now, Fisher. Phishing is the effort to acquire sensitive information such as usernames, password, and credit card details, and occasionally indirectly money by masquerading as a reliable object in an electronic communication. Communications claiming to be from widespread social websites, auction sites, bank, online payment workstation, or IT managers are usually used to lure unsuspecting public. Phishing emails may comprise links to websites that are infected with malware. Phishing is characteristically carried out by email spoofing or instant messaging, and it often guides operators to come in particulars at a forced website whose look and feel are most identical to the legitimate one. Phishing is an instance of social engineering techniques used to mislead users and abuses the poor usability of existing web security technologies. Attempts to deal with the rising number of reported phishing events include legislation, user exercise, public awareness, and technical safety measures. Your bank account is about to expire and you must immediately update your information. Not really, it's just one more low life fisher trying to thief your individual information and most probable your individuality by guiding you to a bogus website. The Anti-Phishing Working Group, an association of retailers and financial institutions focused on removing such web-based deceptions, says it finds about 20,000 to 30,000 soul phishing websites each month. Now, hoaxers. Got any emails from Nigeria recently? How about an urgent message from British aristocrat, a foreign officer maybe? In all of these circumstances, you were probably pitched some kind of funds transfer deal. But as numerous persons have already known, the only money that's ever moved in these schemes is from the victims to the hoaxer. Now, the scammers. Your email inbox is perhaps filled with scammers' action, comprising proposals for reduction pharmaceuticals, timeshares, fitness food, device, and the like. Send these persons your credit card number or worse yet, currency, and all you will get in return is trouble. Now, online loan sharks. A six-figure loan with no warranty or income verification will you look like some whipped cream or a cherry on the top that too. Unlike scammers, online loan crooks are sure to spend your money. Regrettably, the cyber thief will ask for an upfront payment to process the application, and that's the only money that will ever change hands. Now, the spammers. Spammers are criminals in the way that they steal your time. Unlike Fisher, Hoexter, and other email abusers that intend to separate you from your private information and or your money, spammers flood your email inbox with ads for both legitimate and illegitimate products, political diatribes, jokes, dire warnings of supposedly pending laws, and other garbage. Spammers may not be the most dangerous cyber criminals, but they are certain amongst the most annoying. Spammers also impose a real financial cost by demanding network bandwidth and forcing service suppliers, enterprises, and many individual users to install expensive and often imperfect anti spam technologies. Now, auction fraudsters. You were overjoyed when you won that Louis 16 gold clock on eBay. The euphoria diminished thought when the clock arrived. The clock hardly resembled its online photo, looking more like an object that might grace the boardwalk at Colony Island than the Palace of Versailles. Oh well, at least you received something, which is more than many victims of auction fraudsters can claim. Now, the bogus prize promoters. You may receive mail like, "Congratulations, you have won the Florida National Lottery." All you will really want, of course, area offer to be hung up and defrauded as the lottery officials involve you in a maleficated scheme comprising upfront fees and bogus checks. Now, media pirates. Who needs iTunes when you can just swipe a song or video of LimeWire or another P2P peer to peer file sharing service? Nobody gets hurt, right? Well, nobody but the person who had worked to create the media. Your conscience might take a beating too. Now, these social parasites. Social networking sites, instant messaging networks, online socializing facilities, and Web classifieds are full of them. Persons who make believe to be someone they are not. Particular of these characters target naive and vulnerable people to swindle them out of their money. Other parasites personate people such as superstars in a sad effort to slander their repute or snatch a small part of splendor. In either case, social parasites are a scourge of internet society. Now, the category of cyber criminals. The cyber criminals constitute of various group categories. This division may be justified on the basis of object that they have in their mind. The following are the categories of cyber criminals. First is children and adolescents between the age group of 6 to 18 years. The simple reason for this of delinquent behavior pattern in children is seen mostly due to the inquisitiveness to know and explore amongst other children in their group. Further, the reasons may be harassment of the delinquent by his friends. Now, the organized hackers. These kinds of hackers are mostly organized together to fulfill certain objective. The reason may be to fulfill their political bias, fundamentalisms, etc. The Pakistanis are said to be one of the best quality hackers in the world. They mainly target the Indian government sites with the purpose to fulfill their political objectives. Further, the NASA as well as the Microsoft sites is always under attacks by the hackers. Now, the professional hackers or the crackers. Their work is motivated by the color of money. These kinds of hackers are mostly employed to hack the site of the rivals and get creditable, reliable, and valuable information. Further, they are employed to crack the system of the employer, basically as a measure to make it safer by detecting the loopholes. Now, the discontented employees. This group includes those people who have been either sacked, dissatisfied with their employers. To avenge, they normally hack the system of their employer. They are generally disgruntled employees, ex-employees, temporary employees, often scubbed to the goddess of the quick buck. Besides, negligent and highly obliging employees also contribute heavily towards computer crimes. They may be only 20% of the threat, but they produce 80% of the damage. These attackers are considered to be the highest risk. Now, the computer experts. Computer programmers and computer consultants, individuals and firms know that how a little change in the programming can make big changes in its functioning or for mischief. Some of these specialists are certainly engulfed by the charm of the easy and plentiful money and go astray. They utilize their skill to make fast buck. Some of the multimillionaire dollar worth of frauds are by these computer and cyberspace experts. A life insurance company utilized computer to collect about 2000 crore dollar illegally. Stanley Mark Rifkin, a computer programmer, collected $10.2 million in one go. Other computer criminals. It may be competitors, both indigenous and foreign, hostile foreign powers, detectives, mischief managers, hawkers in varied forms. Now, the target. Corporate houses, banks, financial institutions, industries, governmental departments, military and intelligence organizations, and even research and academic institutions could be the targets. Their competitors in search of trade secrets may target the corporate houses, whereas the professional white collar criminals may target the bank and the other financial institution for financial gain. The commercial, industrial, or trading companies may be the target of their own employees and animosity. The terrorist may target any government organization or service industry for their subdiverse activities. The agents of a hostile country may spy upon the military and intelligence organization. The universities and the scientific research institution may be the target of the students industrial or business houses, and other antisocial elements to steal patents, research works. Besides this target of hackers or crackers who indulge in such activities for intellectual challenges, revenge, gain, or even for fun. Now, the reasons for cybercrime. First is the capacity to store data in comparatively small space. The computer has unique characteristic for storing data in a very small space. This affords to get rid of or derive information either through physical or virtual medium, make it much easier. Second, easy to assess. The problem came across in guard a computer system from unauthorized entrance is that there is likelihood of violate not due to individual error but due to the complex technology. By secretly fixed logic bomb keyloggers that can steal entrance codes, superior voice decoders, retina imagers, etc. that can trick biometric system and bypass firewall can be used to get past many a security system. Now the complex. The computer works on operating system and these operating systems in turn are composed of millions of codes. Human beings' mind is fallible, is not possible that there might not a lapse at any stage. The cybercriminal takes reward of these lucans and goes through the computer system. Now the negligence. Negligence is very strongly linked to human conduct. It is as a result very likely that while defending the computer system there may be any carelessness which in turn provides a cyber criminal to achieve way in and control over the computer system. Fifth is the loss of evidences. Loss of evidence is an extremely ordinary and obvious problem as all the data are routinely destroyed. Additional set of information outside the defensive degree also paralyzes the system of crime examination. Hart, in his work, The Concept of Law, has said, human beings are vulnerable, so rule of law is required to protect them. Following this to the cyberspace, we can say that the computers are susceptible, so rule of law is essential to defend and safeguard them against cybercrime. Now, the summary. Usual cybercriminals are students, information technology enthusiasts, egoists, zealots of fringe organization, spies and agents of other government or competitors, criminals like these can certainly cause a lot of damage and disturbance in the functioning of the system. Cybercriminals are intruders intruding into the computer facilities of other persons or organization unauthorized. The modus operandi is simple. They steal password and came in the security system of the computer system. They access the classified information and use the same for mischief, gains, destroying data, utilize the paid time on the internet, manipulate debits, credits, accounts or limits.